Tip baiting. How do you deal with it? How do you handle it psychologically? Welcome back to my channel where I give you tips and tricks on certain things that go on in the gig economy, as well as DoorDash, Grubhub, Walmart, Sparks. Taking my 6 years of experience and applying them to now for all those OGs out there and for all those people that want to get into the gig economy and actually do something for themselves. That being said, I'm going to touch on a particular topic today called tip baiting. Okay? Now, I'll talk to you about the psychological implications of it and how to handle it very well. Based on my information on tip baiting, I've been noticing some offers right now that I've been actually taking, and some of these offers have been throwing these ridiculous numbers. Okay, $40 for like 9 miles. Very high numbers. It's not even a batch order, because if it was a batch order, that'd be different. Okay, but when I look at a dollar amount that high, and I say to myself, okay, that looks like a big amount, and then I go in and I look at the tip, and I see that the tip is very high, this is where you have to make a judgment call. Because how do we predict if someone is going to tip bait us? I mean, this whole thing with putting tips on the app and then having 24 hours to cancel it is just so wrong in so many ways. Because basically, and I'm not saying this to all customers out there, because maybe some customers experience problems with drivers that they're not getting their deliveries on time, or they somehow mess it up in some way. So me as a customer, I want to get my delivery. I want to get it sent to me. So how do I do this? Well, let me see if I can offer enough money to get them to become incentivized, if I use that word right, to come and see me. But I have 24 hours to get rid of it. And that's okay, because they can do it. They can do it on the platform. The only ones that don't do that on the platform, I believe, are DoorDash. Because when you see the money there, it's there. Even if you take a DoorDash for, say, $10, and then you complete it, and magically it turns into 15, or magically it turns into 20, like you used to do during the pre-pandemic, that's not tip baiting. That's tip that's on there, but you're just not aware of it. Okay, so it surprises you. And that's a good feeling. I mean, obviously DoorDash does that quite a bit. I don't know if they still do it, because I haven't worked DoorDash that much, but I'm sure they do. I mean, personally, for me, I don't know why they don't just reveal it so that it makes it even better for the person to go do the stuff. Okay? But tip baiting is like the reverse. It's the opposite. You know, they do it on Uber Eats. They do it on Instacart. Very nefarious for that. And, you know, they also do it on Walmart Sparks. And listen, I don't like tip baiting. You don't like tip baiting. Nobody likes tip baiting. It sucks. Okay? But it's an evil that's going to be out there. And again, like I always say, you are in control of how you think, and you are in control of your emotions. So you have to be responsible for you. Okay? So how do you handle something like that? How do you deal with tip baiting? The best thing that I can honestly, sincerely say is that if you see patterns in deliveries that make sense to you. For instance, I got a delivery that was $40, I think $40 for 9 miles. I don't know if they're going to tip bait me or not. But for some reason in my gut, I didn't feel like taking it. For some reason, I just felt like, and this is all gut reaction, because if you see certain patterns of how they're sending deliveries to you that are still good and still profitable and still make sense, and after you get paid and you're getting paid the right way, then you know you're doing something the right way. But when they send these ridiculous amounts, I got 2 of them today. And I said to myself, no, I'm not going to take this. And I trust my gut, because it's just too good to be true. And that's one of Murphy's laws. You know, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Okay? That's where you have to use your gut. You have to, like, trust yourself and believe in yourself. Listen, I don't want to believe that they're going to take it away, because the way I do my numbers is if I see that number there, we have a number that we want to hit by the end of the day. And it's all based on each and every delivery that's sent to you based on how much it is. And it keeps adding up and adding up and adding up until you reach your number for the day, or hit close to your number for the day. So when I look at something like that, I got to say to myself, I don't know. Just my gut tells me don't take it. Okay? And I just won't. You can't control anything, and that's where my 6 years of experience comes in, because it mainly comes down to just trusting your gut. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. I can't read minds. I just have to trust my gut, and I gotta have faith. Okay, there are hundreds and hundreds of deliveries that are being sent out every single day. And when one delivery just doesn't look right, that's where your gut has to come in. And when it comes to tip baiting, that's really the only thing that you could possibly do. If it just looks too good to be true, it probably is. Go with that gut. And if you feel you don't want to take it, don't take it. It's really that simple. I can only control the things that I can control. The only things that I can control are basically choosing the deliveries that I feel work for me. Okay? That I feel are good for me. Okay? And if I feel that that's too good to be true, I'm not taking it. I could be wrong. I don't know. When it comes to tip baiting, it's one of those very gray areas that works well and doesn't work well. And I think that's why they keep it on the apps. I just don't understand why they can't, adapt DoorDash's policies, because it works really well with DoorDash. I mean, when you get your money and then some, that's pretty good. Okay? So I gotta applaud DoorDash on that, because they've been good at doing that in the past. And again, I haven't worked them enough to know how they're doing right now. I remember I only use them as a backup to my Walmart Sparks, even Grubhub as well too. So I know they don't tip bait, but yes, Walmart Sparks does tip bait. Okay, and I've seen them do it in the past. I have this flowing system that I have where I manage all my money the right way, and I leave this one, it's an Excel spreadsheet, and I leave this one cell open just to see how my money fluctuates up and down throughout the week. And normally I can tell when I'm being tip baited or not, based on that flow of how the money goes up and the money goes down. Because remember, I'm only going by what they're giving me for face value, to be able to lead me for the day, to generate the income that I'm generating. That's all I'm doing. So if they give me $30 for 15 miles, I'm believing and I'm putting that number in my calculator, $30. If they give me another one for $20 for 5 miles, $20. Now I'm up to 50. Like that. That's how I keep myself going for the day. All right? But when I see those ridiculous numbers, it questions me. It just irks at me. It's like a gut. And I think the best thing to do, look, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, well, shame on me. But there has to be some level of what's right and what's not, even though you can't see it. And if your gut flares up and says, that looks like it's too good to be true, don't take it. So, you develop that over time, when you're doing the deliveries, you develop this level of faith over time that, because this is all repetitive. It's all repetitive. And over time, you just get to feel that something is just not right. Okay? And I say go with that feeling and just work that feeling. And that'll handle the tip baiting on your own. And the rest, you just got to keep going. You just keep doing what you got to do. But if it looks too good to be true, don't do it. Have a great day. Leave some comments in the section below. Have you guys gotten tip baited in the past? And how do you know? What have you done about it? This way I can incorporate it with everybody in my next video and we can address this situation. We can't do anything about it, but we can do something about how we handle it ourselves. Have a great day.